imagine.
You're supposed to be out walking around in the grass. I've brought you to this beautiful grassy spot for you to walk around, and all you want to do is stand in the shade. Do you think it's kind of warm? I'm gonna itch. That's a new noise. Well, I don't know if you want to call it he's angry or he's upset that he has to share the bed with Troy, but Opie is, well, he's walking up to me because the camera's on, but he's staying his distance from me. He's laying down. He's looking back at me with those angry looks. How are you guys doing on this beautiful day? We are in Indianapolis, Indiana. We are loaded up with 43,000 pounds of Gatorade and Propel water. It is bound for Hy-Vee distribution up there in Cherokee, Iowa. We're going to run this load up there. We're probably not going to run it all the way today though. We're going to stop somewhere up in Iowa to chill out a little bit. I need to catch up on some paperwork and catch up on some of you. And then we'll move on, make our delivery. Our weather today is nice and warm. We're sitting right at 94 degrees here in Indianapolis. The humidity, however, is almost matching it, so it is quite sticky out. Troy is back in the truck, and I'm out here walking Opie, or now Opie is laying down. He's under the shade tree. He's got stuff figured out. He knows how this whole heat thing works. Approve of my repairs. I had to fix our sticker wall. See, our sticker wall was not good enough. I did not like it the way it was. Now it looks more chaotic but not crooked. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I'm assuming you want Subway, right? Okay. It is making some weird noises. Okay, alright. Okay. Are you sure you're good now? You're calling that the future?
Yeah.
That's futuristic?
Yeah.
Son, are you old enough to call that futuristic? Do you remember the old ways?
No, it wasn't a lot.
Okay, I didn't think so. I think that's all you know, isn't it? Is the push button stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Alright, let's get out of here.
I don't know.
$26 for two 12-inch subs. Woo! Indiana, you are proud of your beautiful, luscious Subways. That's ridiculous. They're worth like $5 maybe. Truly, that has to be the most expensive subs I've ever had. I just went west. I just went to Utah and we had to stop and get Subway, what, twice or once while we were out there? twice. Fed an entire family of 4 12-inch subs, and it was right around 30 bucks. Here in Indiana, that's 30 bucks for 2. But you like your subs, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. And poor Opie's like, I don't see anything for me. Where's my cheeseburger? Big bumps. Welcome to Illinois. Flip the little splitter up. Yep, forward. Alright, when I let it off, I want you to push it up, okay? Ready? Go ahead, push it up. Wait. There you go.
Is it in gear?
Yep. Good job, buddy. Alright, let's get tricky with it now. When you pull it out this time, put the splitter in the rear position, okay? Ready? Go. All the way over. Nope, all the way over to the right. There we go.
Yeah.
They're getting her down, big dog. Hope he looks worried. Alright. This time,
Yeah.
I want you to push it up out of gear, flip the little splitter forward, and then pull it back into gear, okay? You ready?
I think so.
Do it. Push that up, pull back. There you go, man. You got her. You got this whooped. Selfie. What'd that thistle ever do to you? Oh, okay. Really, man? Just trying to get a beautiful scenery of a bean field with some bins in the background, and you got to walk into it and pee. That's how mad at you. That's how mad. I'm on to it. All right, I got you.
Think he's tired enough? Can we bring that thing so it might only like that one?
Kickapoo. Kickapoo. Shut up, Troy. Kickapoo, Illinois. right off of Interstate 74. I think a person can deal with those diesel prices pretty good when you're here in Illinois. $4.99 a gallon. I want you to say what you just said to me when I pulled into this truck stop.
Why is there so much open spots here, but then where we just were, there wasn't a single open spot, but then there's 50, like, when you're at the bigger truck stops and there's a ton of trucks, there's a bigger chance that you're gonna get hit because some truck drivers aren't very smart.
I told you to leave out the stupid part.
I didn't say stupid, did I?
Your question is, look at all the spots open at this little truck stop off of Interstate 80 here in Tipton, Iowa, right?
And it's like only 10 miles from the other part.
Yeah, and then when we went by Interstate 80 truck stop, Iowa 80 truck stop, the Pilots, the Travel Centers of America, all that, they were all so full, people were parking on the roads already. And you're wondering, why aren't people stopping at these smaller truck stops, right? I wish I had an answer for you, but as long as they keep doing that, I can keep having the smaller truck stops. So we'll leave it at that. Spent last night on the side of Interstate 380, right around where it meets up with Highway 20 here in Iowa. Yes, there was parking spots back there at the Come and Go, but we kind of decided, you know, between the first night spending at a truck stop, the second night being at the shipper, we needed a little bit of a loan. No trucks around, no people running around, so I grabbed a hold of an awesome on-ramp there off of 380, and that's where we spent last night. Pepperoni.
I'm gonna guess that's cheese.
Yeah, it looks kind of burnt. Popcorn chicken, ranch, chocolate milk. Is that a good enough lunch? It's better than my lunch. I got a donut and chocolate milk. Early Iowa, just off of Highway 20, for a nice, scrumptious, delicious, healthy lunch. If you've been following along this week, our inverter quit working and I could not get it back to working, so we do not have a fridge. All of that nice, scrumptious food that we brought with us is no longer. Truck stops to the rescue, right? you farmers out there, the corn's looking real good here in Iowa. Real good. What are you doing?
I vacuumed the bed, now I'm vacuuming Opie.
Vacuuming Opie. Works good for me.
There's hair everywhere.
I tell him one of these days he's going to be able to ride in my truck and we're going to have to leave Opie at home for he can have a trip where he doesn't get covered in hair. Because sharing a bed with a German Shepherd, well, you're going to get covered in hair. Ready to shift?
Nope.
Push the dial forward. Nope, just push that knob forward. There you go. This time we're not going to split it because we're going down a hill. So I want you just to pull it straight back, okay?
Okay, straight back.
Back towards you a little. Okay, go ahead. Back. Nice and easy. There we go. Perfect, buddy. That really weird that I've been here so many times and you've never been here. I'll be darned. Well, there, you finally got to go somewhere where you've never been. To Iowa still, but you've never been here.
I've been to Cherokee before, just not this delivery spot.
Yeah. Truckers bring all the stuff in here, and then they take those day cabs, their trucks, and spread it all the way throughout all their nightly stores. Alrighty, so we've made it to Cherokee. We've dropped our trailer off. We've hooked onto an empty one, and now we're going to drag that trailer to Sioux City, Iowa, where we're going to drop this trailer off and go for home. I've been using the term dum-dum a lot this week, and I don't like using it, but I think it's because we are in so many truck stops and so many congested places where there are trucks. And I usually delete the dum-dums out because I never know if maybe that person might be a subscriber. No, I never know that person's life. I never know what they are up to, what they're going through for that minute, that time. And I don't want to be real judgmental about why they're parked there, why they're driving that way, why they're doing a certain thing. Now, I know that little Bud's going to be a natural at shifting a truck because, well, let's face it, he already has it down pat with his left hand, and that's pretty tough there. But do I want him to be a truck driver? I know, he's laughing at me right now. I'd rather see him go to college and get a proper education and move on to more of something in the wildlife industry. Because as it sits right now, this very instant in 2022, I'm not really pushing being a truck driver on anybody. I mean, if you're going to be one, you're going to be one, but I'm not pushing it on to anybody. Now give me 6 months, give me a couple years, and I might push it on to you a little bit. We were coming into Remsen, Iowa here, and we ended up having to, I accidentally blew right past the road closed only to local traffic sign, and we ended up just pulling through another trucking lot's parking lot and turning around. They must be doing some work up here on Highway 3. I know the last time I was up here they were putting new blacktop down on it, but usually you don't have to close a road down to put blacktop on it. So we're just going to take some back roads and we're going to bypass Lamar's and everywhere on such and just come up to the 4-lane. Yes, I'm carrying around Opie's fetch stick. Earlier when I was talking about how I didn't want Troy to be a truck driver, when we started this video yesterday, we ran into 2 truck drivers that were probably the worst representation that you could ask for truck drivers. Troy had to use the restroom, so we went into that shipper that I was getting this load from, or getting that load from that we brought back. Well, I had to grab my paperwork at the same time. So we had to stand there 5-10 minutes waiting for them to get the paperwork to me. And those 2 truck drivers were more foul-mouthed than sailors. Now don't get me wrong, I know my son's a teenager, and I quite well know that he probably knows more words than I do when it comes to stuff like that. Luckily, he doesn't say them around me. But it was the way that they were talking, the way that they were disrespecting women, the way that they were using those cuss words that I was going to start yesterday's video, or today's video, talking about basically dum-dums and how I don't want Troy to drive a truck and how that could change real quick or anything like that. But I didn't at first. So I spent all day ho-hum, 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 because once I get something stuck in my head and I want to talk about it more and more and more, and I don't talk about it, I cut my head. How did I do that? Who knows? And so it just stemmed back to me not even wanting to talk about anything about it. Well, then we didn't talk about nothing yesterday. And when you make a video that's almost daily, you almost want to talk about things that you come up with, and if you don't, well, you just got to move on. Well, we didn't move on, and we're coming up to the end of this video, and here I am talking about it. It's a great trucking world still. I mean, if you talk to an old-timer, they're still going to tell you that they had troubles with truck drivers back then. We just had a lot of dum-dums this week. A lot. I mean, I don't know. We don't know what was going on in their head. We don't know why they were parking where they were parking. Oh, he's got his fetch stick out. If you're a new truck driver out here, though, just keep doing what you're doing. Keep being polite when you can. There's times where you can't be polite and you got to be ugly, and that's just part of trucking. But as it sits right now, I don't want him to be a truck driver. I'd rather see him into another industry. Maybe it's just because we always say we want better for our kids, and maybe I just want better for that kid standing right back there playing fetch with my dog. You next? Okay, we better take the stick home with us. It's an Illinois stick. There you go. And I know, I'm well aware that I called Opie my dog. You cannot call Opie anybody's dog. Opie is his own dog. Aren't ya? Hey bud, can you give him some water? Thank you. Alrighty, well, I've come to the conclusion that it's impossible to record on a hot summer day when you're bobtailing a Kenworth W900. The roads are heaving, there's quite a bit of blowouts on them, but they're getting them fixed and the roads will calm down when the temperatures go down. Other than that, we had a pretty successful day today and yesterday, and we're just going to put both videos together. We're just going to go that route. I have nothing else to say. You guys stay safe, and as always, I'll see you next time.
Bye.
This was only like the 5th take to do this, just to let you know. Please don't be for sale. Please don't be for sale. Oh no, Troy, we have a new toy. We don't want that, right? Mom wouldn't let us buy that, right?
I was just supposed to say Mom would not.
Mom's freaked out, right?
Yeah.
I want it. I want it.